Yo, what's up? It's hot. But that's what happens when you have a Leo rising sign ascendant and you're doing the Taurus MC Midheaven video. And it can be Taurus in the 10th house. And the Midheaven could be in the 9th, 10th, or 11th. Now, if you have a Placidus chart, right? We're breaking down my Midheaven series, my second video. You could have a Leo rising ascendant sign or a Gemini rising ascendant sign to give you a Taurus midheaven, right? So if Leo's on the ascendant, then the 4th house is Scorpio, the 7th house is Aquarius, and the 10th house, usually the MC midheaven, would be in Taurus. So what is that? The Taurus midheaven. Well, that's Venus, right? In your career. And then it's a fixed energy, right? Leo ascendant is a fixed energy. So we're talking about people with this Taurus midheaven that can be stubborn. They're about the finer things in life. Don't mind the hot sun just blazing on their bodies. But it's grounded, right? It's earth. It is, the ascendant is the sun. But then when you're talking about the 10th house, the midheaven, and you have a Taurus midheaven, you like to deal in safety and security. You like the finer things. So, this stubborn fixed energy, it's an earth sign. So you're going to be very grounded. Your career could be, working in the environment, working in law and order, because you're about safety and security, right? That's Taurus, that's Venus. So it's peace and beautiful and harmony, right? But it's different from Libra, right? A lot of Libras could be lawyers or event planners, this and that. But the Taurus midheaven, you're about how can I apply my 5 senses to, what's going on with me in my career, right? So this is about also Venus is about wealth and money, right? So you can be an investment banker, stocks and bonds. You can run a security company, right? You can be a great chef, run a restaurant, right? An athlete, okay? Because you got that Leo ascendant, right? And with the Aquarius, you're going to have the 9th house, right, of the Jupiter in Aries. So that can make you very assertive and aggressive with sports, right? So these people in the midheaven, with this Leo ascendant, but the Taurus midheaven, they're going to be stubborn, and can be very fixed in their career. They can be a politician who's, maybe stuck in their ways, right? I think maybe our current president is a Leo ascendant, but with the Gemini sun. But the thing is, the Taurus midheaven is really about a harmonious, stubborn speech at work, right? I'm out here on the earth, right? Dealing with roots and culture. So, you're gonna want to be a part of a tree, okay? And seeing birds fly out of a tree because you're coming to check out the safety and security. So just remember, it's fixed earth at the midheaven, right? So you could be a very good artist, right? A nice music career. I think this is definitely an energy that, because it's fixed and because you're coming from the Leo ascendant, and it depends on your whole birth chart, right? You hit me up, Eric Taylor, Taylor2Coaching@gmail.com. And, we figure out your birth time, right? Location, year, birth date. And we find out if you've got this Taurus midheaven. But if you're watching this, chances are you do. So that you're one, they'll like to drive fast in their career, right? So They could be in NASCAR, right? You could be a race car driver, or just, you know. And remember, with the midheaven and the 10th house is not just career, it's your fame and how you're known and recognized in the world. But with the midheaven, it's separate from your north node. So this is more just, you know, for work and your career, right? Reputation, where the north node is sort of like your life's purpose and your destiny. Very different. But, you know, I think of lawyers, bankers, stockbrokers, police officers, detectives, security, right? Maybe you have your own security business. Maybe you, you know, maybe you work in Rikers Island. I don't know. You know, maybe you are a corrections officer, special victims unit. Okay. Now remember, Taurus is a very harmonious, you know, so in your career, you could also get into some sensual, I'm not saying you're going to get into porn, okay? I'm not saying that. But Taurus is, you know, it's your the finer things in life, the five senses, harmony, love, the sensuality. It's your sense of touch. You could be a great massage therapist, okay? So, a music teacher, right? A musician. I mean, there's a lot of professions you can do, but just know that that influence also comes from the fourth house, the opposite of the Taurus, right? At home is Scorpio. So, you know, there's some sort of need to get to the truth. There's some sort of issues with trust. There's some sort of, you know, you're coming from a place at home where there was an intensity. So that can make you feel that way in your career, or you could go the opposite way, right? You got the MC and the IC. So at home, your motherly love, and then the MC, especially if it's in the 10th house. Remember, I said it could be 9th or 11th, but if it's in the 10th house, really with the midheaven, you're talking about, you know, this authority, the father's influence, you know? So, you know, maybe you've got a very intuitive, investigative, spiritual home life or mother with that Scorpio, you know, at home. So it's fascinating, you know, there's a lot to consider, a lot to think of. But I know overall, to me, the Leo ascendant, or if it's a Gemini ascendant, you know, it will definitely play out differently, because the Gemini ascendant is Mercury, it's not the sun. You know, a little less ego-driven, but more about ideas and communication. So really, you could be this social worker, this lawyer, maybe the chef of a restaurant, the host of a restaurant, right? Taurus, maybe you just work in the music industry, a manager. Because Taurus can be very good managers. They, you know, they're very private and, you know, can be loners, but out in the world and their career, they're very social, and they're gonna, you know, show up to work and be concerned about their appearance, right? Taurus is really the finer things in life, right? So they're gonna chew their food slowly. Maybe, you know, you need to know where your Mercury is, or you need to get your whole birth chart done, but you can speak, they could have a harmonious voice and speak very smooth and chill, right? They're not in a rush. They're patient. They want to study things, right? And that still comes from the fourth house of the Scorpio. So this is a very interesting midheaven, and you can, you know, you see the sweats. This is what I do for you guys. I'm grinding, working hard, right? Just finished my Mercury series, maybe getting ready to start my Venus soon. But I figured, hey, I just tapped into the midheaven, so I got to get back to it. And I think I'll do the fixed signs first, then the mutable, then the cardinal. I don't know, something different. You know, I've never done it by the modality like that before. Just kind of like to bounce around, or sometimes go in order. But you watch my page and subscribe and like and share and comment and ring the bell. Ring my bell, or rock the bells. Play my radio and I play it loud. But that's the thing also, right? You could have some good MCs, rappers, singers, because Taurus does rule the throat and neck. So in your career, though, you can maybe lose your voice, and maybe your voice is very influential, but sometimes maybe, your voice can get a little hoarse. So a lot to contemplate and consider, but, you want to look at the midheaven, you want to look at your north node, so, I can help you with your career, and especially right now where people need to change and pivot. Getting your birth chart done is a blessing. So I got a new sale going to August 1st for $100. Full 12-house report, custom video summary. It's well over 12 hours of work. It's a lot of detail. I give you more than most astrologers because it's written, and I give you videos to watch. And then the custom video summary is between 30 and 50 minutes, breaking it down for you in layman's terms so you understand what your midheaven means, what your first house, your seventh house, your fourth house, your 10th house, every aspect of your life. And it's great for your children, helping them, guide them with their career, learning their midheaven, okay? So it's serious business, and it's life-changing. So, also, because Taurus likes speed, this is also a good placement, for, and like I said, someone who runs track or water skiing or a skier, Winter Olympics, I think of, good swimmers. But you have a regal sense about you, with the Taurus MC in the midheaven, okay? Especially when it's the Leo ascendant, Gemini ascendant, it could be a little bit different, but with the Leo ascendant, it's definitely, someone that's got to watch out for a swing set. It's hot, it's dry. We need some rain, okay? So just know that whatever you're going to do, you don't want to be too stubborn, right? You don't want to be too arrogant. Leo ascendant sometimes can come off that way. And you want to be innovative in your contracts and negotiations and when you're signing your deals, because that's the Aquarius and the other half in the 7th house. All right. So for Taurus midheavens, just remember you're coming from this intensity. Oh, and you could be good private investigators, right? Because with the Scorpio in the 4th house, it's about power, sex, death, rebirth, the occult, metaphysics, astrology, numerology. So you archaeology, you're the mad scientist. So the Taurus, they can take what they've learned from the 4th house and that influence and, be either someone that digs deep, right? You could also work in a funeral home, a mortuary, but you be the person that takes care of the dead body and makes it look beautiful, Also real estate, Now Taurus, in terms of real estate, they like to have their feet, bare feet in the grass, right? They want to be on the ground floor. So, go inside. I'll show you the Taurus midheaven on the computer as an example. But I think overall, these people in their careers, they're gonna have a pleasant, harmonious way of relating to people. And it'll be kind of, stubborn, maybe a little pig-headed, but people will receive them well for the most part. Like I said, sorry, I might not have made this clear, but I was explaining the Placidus to you because it could be a Leo ascendant or Gemini. I use the whole sign, which is more predictive, and it makes it so if you're a Leo ascendant, then automatically, you got Taurus in the 10th house, right? So it'll be Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio on the 4th, so on and go, and then so your 12th house would be Cancer, 11th Gemini, Taurus 10th. Now that still could give you a midheaven of, 9th or 11th house. But this is just for the Taurus midheavens. So that could be mainly a Leo ascendant, but it could be a Gemini ascendant. So you have to know and look in your own chart and let someone help you and guide you. And that's me, Eric Taylor, Taylor to You Coaching, And it would be my joy and pleasure to do your birth chart. It's very private, but it's a game changer. You awaken spiritually, and you have so much information, so you know how to move and understand yourself through life. Now remember, fixed energy, Taurus Midheaven, you're not going to be that introspective. You think you're the right way. Taurus is, they're very like, I know what I'm doing. I don't need your help or your opinion. They just can't help it, They're very, but Taurus is the men and women, they're going to look sharp at work, okay? They're going to dress well, nice suits, nice shoes. The women, nice heels, jewelry, the hair, and the hair's a big thing because it's the Leo ascendant. So they already have, magnetic hair. And if they have a baldy, they still will have this magnetic lioness look, the eyebrows, the eyes. So Taurus out into the world with the midheaven, it's, they're gonna be on point, okay? Any questions, ask me down below, and I'm telling you, get your chart done. Check out tailoredtoyoucoaching.com, the social media, all that good stuff. I'm gonna go inside and show you the midheaven for the Taurus, all right? The MC. You'll see the MC from the MC, because you know how I be with the real poetry. Tailored to Your Coaching. Perch. I like you, Taurus. It's a good midheaven. It's deep, it's pleasant, peaceful, but it could be really strong. You're strong-minded. You're not peaceful like no punk. You're peaceful like, I told you what to do. Peace be with you. Don't question me again. See what I mean? Different. All right. Taurus Midheaven. Let's go inside. Tailored to Your Coaching. All right, Eric Taylor, Tailored to Your Coaching, back inside. So I wanted to show you, as we're doing the Taurus Midheaven, here you see the Ascendant in Leo, right? The AC. So this is a sample birth chart. And we're not going to get all into the chart, but it can be a Leo, and this is whole sign, astro.com, right? So then the 12th house, the subconscious, is Cancer. Now, if it was Placidus, it could be a Gemini ascendant, but, a Cancer ascendant or a Virgo ascendant, right? But what you're seeing with the Leo is that you have the Taurus. And I'm sorry if I missaid that wrong outside about Gemini. So it would either be, Leo or Virgo to give you the Taurus. And in a weird case, it could be the Cancer, but usually you'll have the Leo will give you the 10th house, okay? And the MC here, Taurus ascendant, okay? There's the Aries, 9th house, the MC, you see the degrees, the Taurus ascendant. So, just imagine someone who's got this magnetic personality, great hair, this and that. They're coming from the Scorpio 4th house, IC, which opposes, right? And what's fascinating is that you'll see that energy from this 4th house, right, and the IC, goes to the 10th house, okay? Or the midheaven, wherever the IC is. So if your MC is in the 11th, then it would be the 5th. If your MC is in the 9th, then it would be the 3rd for the IC, right, the opposite. And then if it's in the 10th, the MC will be in the 4th, the IC, okay? It's opposing energies. So one kind of helps reflect the energy of the other. So you Taurus midheavens, you are going to be fixed and stubborn, right? If it's Leo ascendant, you're fixed. If it's a Virgo ascendant, you're more, mutable, analogical, logical, analytical, stuff like that. details critical. But with Leo, you're more following your heart, this magnetic personality. You love to see others shine and excel. You love attention. You're outgoing. You lead with your heart. You're creative. So, well, with the Taurus, the 5 senses in your career, that can lead to so many professions. And you could even be, a nutritionist, right? I told you law and order, counselor, singer. All right. Sorry, we got cut off, right? Actor, lawyer. But Taurus, right, it's going to use its 5 senses. It's going to be interior decorator, designer. It's the material world. That's the Taurus energy, fixed earth. Okay, so when you have that in your midheaven, you definitely care about harmony, beauty, peace, right? But you're stern and stubborn, I told you, drive fast like the Taurus sun. But, in your career, you will still be kind of, sensual. There'll be some sort of, people will see you as magnetic and attractive, and you'll be received well, even your speech, right? Of course, it depends where your Mercury is. But with the Taurus midheaven, that's Venus. Okay, so it's also going to be usually a very successful, fortunate career where you can, achieve and do well and be well received in a harmonious way. All right, Taurus midheavens. So that's it, just breaking you down. And like I said, usually you'll be a Leo ascendant rising sign. Rare occasion could be Cancer or Virgo. Sorry that I misspoke about the Gemini outside earlier. But it was 108 degrees. Today's 112 in Arizona. It's like, what could a brother do? Eric Taylor, Taylor to You Coaching. Hit me up. Get your birth chart done. I do the full 12-house report. You see the zodiac wheel. I break down all the planets, the placement, what it means, and then, give you video examples of it, written assessment, and a custom video summary breaking it down in layman's terms, about 30 to 45 minutes, rare case, like 50-minute video, going through each planet with Mars in the 5th, Pluto in the 2nd. What does it all mean? And giving you thoughts for your career, your North Node, your destiny, your life purpose, all that. It is well worth it. And the birth chart sale, $100, normally $150. You can go to tailortoyoucoaching.com and check that out. But shoot me an email at tailortoyoucoaching@gmail.com. And we can get started. Only $100 to August 1st, 2020. All right? So you Taurus midheaven people, have a wonderful, blessed day. Stay safe out there and be safe in your jobs and careers, and use that magnetic Leo energy if that's your ascendant, right? And, just bring that harmony, that balance, that peace, the material items. You could be an artist, an art dealer, right? Maybe you work with cars, an auto mechanic, and refurbishing things, a collector, okay? A painter. There's so many different professions, but there's other ways that I can locate it and see it in your chart so you get your birth chart done. All right, Eric Taylor, Taylor to You Coaching, Taurus midheaven. You are heavenly. And you'll be well received with that Venus energy in the 10th house. I'm telling you, you will definitely, you will shine so bright, and people will appreciate you. Taylor to You Coaching. Peace.